We are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. Off we go from South Florida. On the return, Malik Washington. Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. What a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking of getting the ball, getting your script, running your plays. Instead, Greg, it is a fumble lost on the opening kickoff.
It's just absolutely the most disastrous beginning of a game you could possibly dream up. And what you do now, Mike, is not only does the other team get the ball, you send your defense out there early in this game and force them to have to defend a short field right away.
Another run here with Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Another one from the 5, second down and goal. On the give, it's Harris. And he will dive into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Steelers. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Washington now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. second down, Russ. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. He works free, right side. And he will score. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. Here's Devon Achane. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Looking for Berrios downfield. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. Return man steering clear of this one. And they're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, it's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back in South Florida after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Again, and here comes Harris. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Wilson lines up in the pistol. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down.
That is caught. What a throw. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Steelers. Some play by the quarterback, and he got flushed by the rush. But Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
Hansen's remodel program. Qualified homeowners can be happy. Okay. Are you on?
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Washington now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Every second, every day. Every single goal, I see that close face.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Tua. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
As that play unfolded, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the 2nd time here today. I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, you got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
A throw on the move is caught. And the offense are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in. It'll be 2nd down. One more time with Mostert. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration. And that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown Miami. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, you see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this one go long for Williams. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Toine. And a good return here. He is out of bounds up past the 30. They'll fake the head. That's two. That's hot outfield by Waddle. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers.
As a capital, we're looking for
As we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman.
Nick Richmond, Matrix.
Halftime report. Coach Toine.
Yes, Officer Garrett.
What are you doing here?
Thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments
I know I
pay
don't,
dividends here.
but I live here.
I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. On the return, here comes Cordell Patterson. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. This drive begins with a run by Harris. Not much happening there, just a short game.
Would you punch your wife for $8 million?
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
I think the days where quarterbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Third down, here's Wilson. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
Would you?
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's Harris. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will not be able to get away. Great coverage downfield. Left him with nowhere to go. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Russ. He's going to tuck it and go. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They run it over center with Harris.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains. Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On second down, a run with Harris. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. A run. Here's Harris. They'll take this down to about the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, there is another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Second down and 8. They'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
On third down, here's Harris. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That's going to be straight a little too far, and it draws the flag. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to try it here again. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll try to sneak it here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
I wouldn't say that's a very conventional call on 1st and 10. I'm not exactly sure what kind of yardage they were expecting to get. Maybe surprise the defense. They got a little bit, but they got a lot of work left to do here on second down.
On the handoff, it's Harris. He's going nowhere. They'll lose yardage on that play.
Yeah, at some point, you just have to know when the party's over. You just have to cut your losses. I think in this case, he's just trying to do a little bit too much, make something out of nothing, and he ends up being taken back for a pretty big loss.
So this one, away from the visiting Steelers. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. Come away with a hard-fought victory.